All right, folks, listen up. What if there was a stock so awesome then you could control the outcome and make sure it never crashes? Would you invest in that stock?
Do it with intensity or not at all.
Welcome to the Intensity Podcast. I'm your host, Hans the Hammer Hartleben. How the heck you doing? The end of daylight savings time. Time to get real. Back to work. Back to business. And investing in yourself. The only stock on earth you can control. You literally can control your own return on investment. That's what everybody wants, right? What's my ROI? Well, your ROI is whatever you can produce. I don't see enough people investing in themselves. The one stock that never crashes, unless you make it crash. I've seen that too. You are your biggest investment or your biggest expense. Professionals in every field level up faster when they outlearn, outtrain, and outwork the competition. That's how you win. Your value in the marketplace is directly tied to your value in your mind. You hear me saying mindset matters. You got to be winning upstairs. You got to attack everything with the winning mindset. And it starts with yourself and your own investment in you. What does that look like? How do you invest in yourself? Well, what if you're a car salesman? Me and Josh Nantel back in 2005 had a fun little, and this was infectious, but we kept dressing up. We kept buying new clothes. We were investing in our looks. We looked sharp. He come in with a brand new pressed blue shirt, red tie, shine shoes. Gave him awesome confidence. He sold cars. Lots of cars. Then I was pissed off that he looked better than me, so I went down to Kohl's at lunch or after work and bought some of my own shit, some new stuff. We went back and forth like this for years. It's awesome. Leveling up. It worked. And we had fun doing it. What other ways can you invest in yourself if you're selling cars? Planner apps, or you could just buy a planner. Remember the Wilson planner was the best one. I bought so many apps, so many planners, physical planners, never used them. Reminder apps, reminding you to call your clients, your customers. Product knowledge, spending time knowing the products that you're selling. Come off sharp as a tack. And that you're an industry professional and an expert. You got to invest in yourself and your own time. Your time is an investment. Your time has a value to it. What are you doing with your time? What would you do if you were a fitness trainer? You're on your own, trying to start your own thing. Well, you would get the best certifications. So that holds a monetary expense, a time investment. You'd brand all your clothes with your logo, right? You couldn't be caught dead without your logo. You're out at the bar, out at a restaurant Saturday night, somebody catches you and you got your logo and they start asking questions. What is that? There you go. Bang, bang, bang. You got yourself a client. I don't see enough of you guys doing that. Branding is huge. That's how you invest. If I, at Anytime Fitness, when I started as a manager, club manager, which I took ownership in, by the way, if I wouldn't have invested in myself then, I wouldn't have Fire Fitness Camp now. If I would have just wore the same little free t-shirt they gave me, I could have done that. I could have wore the same t-shirt every day and washed it here and there and used the excuse, well, this is the only one they gave me. They didn't buy me any other ones. You didn't buy yourself shit. Invest in yourself. I was buying nice collared polos, getting them embroidered. It costed me money that I didn't make yet. I hear you guys, I can't afford to do that. You can't afford not to do that. Take the risk. What's the risk? A $32 polo shirt? Aren't you worth that? Aren't you going to produce and sell and make $32? Everything's not given to you. If you want to go the guaranteed route and when everything's given to you, you're not going to have a very great career. Let's put it that way. I know you want it all. You can't have it all. Pick. And I'm telling you to invest in yourself. That's your best rate of return. What else would you do if you're a fitness trainer? You'd have your own website, blog. You'd exercise a lot. You'd look the part. What if you were a hairstylist? What would you do? I'll tell you what my daughter does. She makes a shit ton of money in her industry, and she's a leader. And she invests in how she looks. She buys great outfits. She looks sharp. She invests in trainings. She invests her time in knowing the products to be able to be an expert in her field when they come back. She also invests in her own social media. She takes the time to take awesome photos of her client's hair and she posts them on the internets. And she got people coming from all over from seeing those posts. What are most hairstylists doing? Sliding. They're scrolling. They're looking at her stuff. She's winning because she invested in herself. So can you. Take ownership of yourself. Invest. If it's money, invest it. Aren't you worth it? If you're lazy, it's not going to work. Yeah, right, exactly. Because that's what you're thinking in the back of your mind, I guess. I'm too lazy, I'll never do it. I don't know, what other reasons do you not invest in yourself? How do you stand out of the crowd? You can't be a sheep if you want to win big. How else can you invest in yourself? Talked about education, knowledge, courses, certifications, online training, reading daily. Again, like Jordan Belfort said, Wolf of Wall Street, you got to come across and be perceived as an expert in your field. If you are in your field and you're not an expert, become an expert. Know your shit. Watch what happens. It doesn't happen overnight, though. It's a grind. Even when you invest in yourself, it doesn't happen overnight. It's like farming. You got to cultivate the land. You got to plant the seeds. And you got to nourish the seeds so they grow. But they will start popping if you do all that correctly and consistently. Health and energy, fitness, nutrition, and sleep. I track my sleep now with this little Garmin watch. They even appoint me. Doesn't that sound good? They appoint me a sleep coach. He tells me I need 7 hours and 50 minutes today. But you got to recharge. Take care of your machine. You are a machine, and you got to start treating yourself like a machine and take care of that machine. Fuel up. Get the rest. Get the nutrition. I look at the nutrition as the best gasoline made. Highest octane, cleanest gas. That's what I want in my body. Because I can produce better. You eat Doritos all day long and a Culver's cheeseburger, how do you feel? Is that fair to do to your machine? Toxins. Too many toxins. It's not fair. Mentorship and environment. Surround yourself with people who challenge you. People who care. People that are going to be straight with you. Watch those snakes, those people that agree with everybody. Take note. That guy or gal that's always agreeing with everything that everyone is saying. Because they're liars. It could be night out and somebody goes, yeah, it's really bright out. Yeah, that's true. It really is. I don't want nothing to do with that person. They are scary to be around. You cannot fly or soar like an eagle if you fly with turkeys. However, turkeys can get up a little bit. They can get up and fly when they need to. It's who you're with. Watch the character. Choose the people that are going to tell you the truth. Tell you, hey, man, what's up with you? You look like shit today. That you want to hang around those people. And I'm not talking about constant negativity. I'm talking about brutal honesty. It's more important in life to be respected. Yes, being kind is one thing. I don't think nice is the first word my clients would say about me. But I sure am kind by getting them to their goals, aren't I? Pushing them hard, pushing them to the places they couldn't go themselves. That's why they hire me. That's why they respect me, because I push, and I'm going to be honest with them. I'm not going to tell them great job if they didn't do their nutrition properly over the weekend. If they didn't track it and I asked them to track it. If they're giving me half-ass effort, I'm not going to praise them. Watch out for those nice people. They're nice to everybody. They're lying to everybody. Be respectful. Be kind. Build bridges. We talk about this every episode. You got to build those bridges by taking care of people. I have built a shit ton of awesome fucking bridges in my day, and I'm still doing it. Golden Gate bridges. Gorgeous bridges. And now they're available for me to cross. Because I treated people right. I didn't always tell them what they wanted to hear. And sometimes that bothered them and they were offended. But I know they went home, they thought about it, and many, many people over the years have said, you know what, you were right. I was pissed off right away, but you know what? Thank you. Results aren't immediate. They're compounding. As your confidence increases, gas pedal goes even farther down. Push it. Every day on the gas. Those opportunities will appear if you build those bridges. Consistency and self-investment separates top performers from average ones. How do you stand out? In your career, you want to be the black sheep. At work, that's how you raise up. There's different ways of being the black sheep. And in this instant, the black sheep is awesome. Always is awesome. I always respect the black sheep. Goes back to the book I read, Purple Cow. Not going to get into that right now, but it's about standing out. Be your own brand. Invest in yourself. Control your return on investment by working your fucking ass off. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your preparation. That investment in yourself, in your time, your education. Expert in your field. All right, here's your call to action. In the next 30 days, I need you to invest in yourself. I need you to buy an article of clothing that's going to set you up for success at your workplace. I'm not talking about buying something for the weekend. I'm talking about specifically directed towards the workplace. Might even be a belt. Sharp belt, dress pants. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. Look sharp. Take a class, read a book. Fix one bad habit. Don't worry, you got plenty of them. Just grab one and figure it out. If you want your career to pay off more, make yourself worth more. Because the best investment you'll ever make is the one in yourself. All right. Guys, and if you got something from this podcast, share it. That simple. Share it. All right, truth, stranger than fiction. You're not going to believe this. And don't tell me, oh, I knew that. No, you didn't. There's a guy right now that has been walking for 28 years. He's walking around the world. Literally, he started in 1998. He's calling it the Goliath Expedition. He started from the southern tip of Chile, and he's walking home to Hull, England. It's 36,000 miles. An unbroken walk, meaning continuous and unaided. No motor carts, rides, nothing. Walking with his own two legs. This guy's tough, guys. I'm going to post this on my Hans Hartleben Facebook page. Check it out. He crossed 100 miles of the most dangerous jungle in the world. And what I mean by dangerous is militants, guerrillas, not gorillas. If you know, you know. He swam 160 miles across the Caspian Sea because he couldn't get a visa in Russia. So he couldn't go to the north, I believe, and he couldn't go to the south of the Caspian Sea because he couldn't get the visas. He couldn't wait and didn't want to go through it. He swam. When's the last time you swam 160 miles across the ocean? Oh, my God. This guy's next level. And he just crossed into the UK. Right now, at the time this podcast is produced. So they expect him to be back home in Hull, England at the end of 2026. You got to follow this guy, Carl Bushby. Next level. He crossed the Bering Strait. That's that beautiful piece of water between Russia and Alaska. Shows him, he found enough ice to cross. It does show him swimming a little bit in this frigid water with icebergs. It's crazy. This might be one of the most unbelievable stories I've ever heard in my life, for lack of a better word. All right, guys, if you got a good one today, give me a share. Remember your 30-day protocol. Invest in yourself. Remember where you heard it. Let me know. Give me a message.
And do it with intensity.
Or not at all.
Thanks, guys.